NEOM isn't just a city, it's a $1 trillion project built in the middle of the Saudi desert. But with such big dreams, the real question is, will this futuristic plan become a reality, or is it just an expensive gamble? Today, we dive into this groundbreaking project and explore why Saudi Arabia is pouring its vast oil wealth into the construction of a city in the desert. NEOM is a bold vision that combines the past and future of Saudi Arabia. Its construction is more than just a modern development, it's a story of survival, ambition, and transformation. As we journey to the heart of the desert, we will uncover the secrets behind NEOM's creation and its ambitious goals. But can this city, built from the sands, truly succeed? And what does it mean for the people who have lived here for centuries? The desert. The Saudi desert is a harsh and silent environment, with its vast, unforgiving landscape. However, it is undergoing an extraordinary transformation. Trucks, heavy machinery, and workers are scattered across the desert, constructing new roads that didn't exist a few months ago. These roads are not even visible on Google Maps yet, but are crucial for the development of NEOM. The desert, known for its ancient secrets, holds hidden water points and routes that nomads have used for centuries. NEOM is rapidly emerging in this harsh landscape, marking a significant shift. NEOM. At the center of this transformation is NEOM, a project that some critics call impossible, a dream too big to become a reality. Originally budgeted at $500 billion, the cost has now soared to $1.5 trillion. The city's centerpiece is Oxagon, a futuristic high-tech port city that will be built partially on water. Oxagon is not just a port, it's meant to become a hub for global manufacturing, research, and logistics, driving the kingdom's transition from oil dependence to innovation. But NEOM doesn't stop at Oxagon. One part of the project, Sindalah, is a luxury resort island that will attract the world's wealthiest tourists, complete with yacht parking and elite amenities. Meanwhile, Trojana, an artificial resort with skiing in the desert, is already well on its way to completion. Trojana's artificial snow will defy the expectations of a desert climate, offering a winter paradise in the middle of Saudi Arabia. The ambition behind NEOM is not just about building a city, it's about reshaping the entire region. The project includes plans for an underground digital community in Mija, a sustainable high-tech city called The Line, and a wide range of renewable energy projects. The Line, stretching 170 kilometers, will house 10 million people, all living in a futuristic, eco-friendly urban environment powered by renewable energy and artificial intelligence. The scale of NEOM. The scale of NEOM is hard to grasp. The city's construction is a massive undertaking, excavating mountains, moving billions of tons of soil, and creating entire new landscapes from scratch. Imagine building a city the size of New York, but in the middle of a desert. The sheer effort required is mind-boggling. Yet this is the vision Saudi Arabia has staked its future on. What's truly fascinating is that NEOM is not just a city, it's an attempt to redefine what a city can be. Saudi Arabia envisions it as the new center of global industry, technology, and sustainable living. But as ambitious as it sounds, questions loom. Is it possible to build a sustainable, high-tech society from the ground up? And is this futuristic vision the best way for Saudi Arabia to ensure its place in the world, once its oil resources run dry? The desert people, to understand the impact of NEOM. It's important to think about the people who have lived in the desert for hundreds of years. The Bedouins. These nomadic tribes have adapted to the tough desert environment by herding camels and goats. Their way of life has been shaped by the desert for thousands of years, and it is deeply rooted in their culture, traditions, and survival skills. The Bedouins have lived by the desert for generations, finding food and living with nature. But the building of NEOM is changing this. The Saudi government has moved whole Bedouin communities to make space for the new city. Some see it as progress, while others worry it means losing their traditional way of life. This brings up an important question. Can the ancient ways of the Bedouins and the modern ambitions of NEOM exist together as NEOM grows in the desert? It is unclear whether the Bedouins will be able to continue their traditional lifestyle, or if they will be pushed aside by the new high-tech society being built around them. The Desert Kingdom. NEOM is not just a project, it's a symbol of Saudi Arabia's push to modernize and diversify its economy. For decades, the kingdom has relied on oil to drive its economy, but with the global energy landscape changing, Saudi Arabia must adapt. The International Energy Agency predicts that global oil demand will peak by 2030, forcing the kingdom to find new sources of income. NEOM is Saudi Arabia's attempt to build a future beyond oil, one based on high-tech industries, tourism, and sustainable energy. The project has already begun to attract global attention, with foreign investors pouring in and workers flocking to the region to help build the city of the future. But the project's scale and complexity mean that it won't be easy. Thousands of lives are being affected, both positively and negatively, by the transformation of the desert future. Ultimately, NEOM represents the future of Saudi Arabia. It's an ambitious gamble on technology, sustainability, and diversification, all built on the country's oil wealth. The kingdom hopes that NEOM will not only transform the desert but also its economy, ensuring that Saudi Arabia remains a dominant force on the world stage long after oil is no longer the driving force of global energy. The vision behind NEOM is grand, but whether it can live up to its promises remains to be seen. Will it become the city of the future? Or will it be yet another example of a bold dream that never materializes? Only time will tell. But one thing is certain, NEOM is already changing the landscape of Saudi Arabia and the world. So, what do you think? Can Saudi Arabia pull off its $1 trillion city in the desert? Or is NEOM just another grand illusion? Let us know your thoughts in the comments.